Welcome back, guys, to our Reset and Reconnect video. As we saw in our last 3 pillars video of vulnerability, courage and strength, we went through the foundations, what it looks like, the awareness we need to have in each of those pillars to get the best out of it. This video, we're going to go a little bit deeper and ask specific questions in each of those pillars so you can put it into action and get the best out of your day. Why is that important? I can tell you firsthand that when I was going through a lot myself with different stresses and couldn't breathe very well and wanted to achieve a lot of things, I was in this stress state. I was learning a lot about different things, and however I wasn't really putting them into action, and I felt so overwhelmed, and there were so many complications with new programs and putting this, and someone was talking about this works or that works, and at the end of the day what I didn't realize was I actually didn't ask myself what worked for me. And these questions we're going to ask you today are not only empowering, but they're going to help you really become the best version of yourself. As we mentioned in the last video, we're going to use the vulnerability, the strength and the courage questions and show you how it's linked, and how when you use them from an authentic place, you're going to be the best version, and you're going to really take action on it because you're the one making that decision, no one else. But one of the main things for this is to use the tools, the breathing tools that we've added, because I've learned from myself and a lot of people I've worked with is if we are in a stress state or fight or flight, we don't have time, we're not in a state of abundance or of alignment. We're in this, get me out, I need to survive, I can't think, so many things going, we're in our head pretty much. And the more we're in that state, the less we have a chance of creating the life we want. So whether you need to regulate with the 4-6-8, or you need some flow and some energy with the circular breathing, or you really want to connect to your intuition and you want to charge up, or you want to just really feel the benefits mentally, physically, spiritually and emotionally through the activation breath work, choose what works for you, and from that we're going to ask you specific questions. And so once you kind of feel into what you want, we're going to really go deep into the vulnerability question. Why is vulnerability the number one question first? Is because a lot of the times we're holding on to things that don't really serve us. I know that if I wanted better relationships, right, and I was being with certain people in my life that weren't serving me, but just being around them because it was normal and that's all I knew, I wasn't being authentic. I was just doing what pleased other people. But if I was being vulnerable and really asked this question, what do I have to let go of or stop doing to overcome so I can have access to my higher self? And I got a message of let go of certain relationships. That is what I need to do. Even though it hurts me in certain areas of my body, there is a freeing and liberating aspect that comes with that. And so the more we get deep with these questions, the more you're going to feel what needs to come up and be released. And this is part of the process of releasing, being vulnerable enough to ask the right question, feel what needs to come up, and then let it go. Once you let go, there might be a worthiness issue that comes up. What's the underlying current that comes up? Is it worthiness? Is it I don't feel enough, that I can feel abundant. I'm just not good enough. Really go deep, and the deeper you go, the more you get to let go of that. The next question, from that state, you get back into what do I need to become? What do I need to become? Why is that important? The question, I didn't know who I was for a long, long time because I was so rushed, I was so overwhelmed, but I didn't have to take the chance to breathe, to feel and to process, to let go, to have the time to understand what that was. And so if I want to become a certain person, it could be, I want to become more peaceful, more joyful, I couldn't do that because I was in a dysregulated state. And through the breathing exercises like the 4-6-8 and the circular breathing, I got to regulate my nervous system so I could stay centered and feel who I really wanted to become. And so this helped me get clear on what I wanted, but then I had to ask myself, why? Why did I want that? Why is this important to me? Because I know the days that are really, really tough, and you don't want to do certain things because you're tired, you're emotional, something's happened outside of your control. The why has to be so strong that you need to turn up. You need to turn up for you so you can really go through those tough times. And the more you do that, the more it becomes a part of you and it gets into your subconscious. Once we get into our subconscious of who we're becoming and why we're becoming, we get them to choose on what we want to do. And once we've been clear on that, what we want to do, that is when your life really takes like straight alignment from that. If I want to become this person, I want to do this specific job, I want to help people in this area, I want to lose weight, I want to eat the right foods that's in alignment for me. This is why. Your energy will start to change. And from that, guys, brings us to our most important question. What aligned action do I need to take today? This was the question that stopped me from achieving what I needed to do when I really wanted to make change. Because by not taking aligned action from intuition, you're then going back into old habits, old cycles, old patterns. We start to loop. And that's where a lot of people say, this doesn't work. It's frustrating. Poor me, why this? I've tried things, it doesn't work. Because the little things we weren't listening to, we just wanted the result instead of taking the little action. So if you want to change your work, you don't like your work and change to a new job, and you're like, how am I going to do that? You start small. You could research new things. You could take time when you get home, half an hour to study something new. And that creates momentum, you know, and it could be like, how am I going to earn more money? You know, I haven't got time, I've got, you know, so many things to pay off. So that is when you look into gratitude of what you have, feeling abundant, what you do. And by little things, giving more to other people that serve you. And then over time, you will find from intuition ways that will open up. And so you could use this for any question from your health, finances, to your family and friends, relationships. So these are the questions that are so important that you do on a daily basis. It's going to all bring it around to make your life simple, clear, and connected. So in summary, guys, let go of what doesn't serve you, be clear on what you want, and take aligned action on the person that you want to be. You've got this. Good luck.